Mr. V, have you ever thought about the lasting impact of the colonial education system in Africa?
Bonjour, Lady Tai. Indeed, Lady Tai. It was a system designed to prioritize Western knowledge and weaken African cultures.
Precisely. Western knowledge had a singular purpose, which was efficient resource extraction. It created a small, educated elite that served the colonial powers while destroying the educational systems that were on the ground before the colonizers' arrival. And of course, this left the majority of the people without access to structured education systems that could address African problems or explore the opportunities for the development of the communities on the continent.
Yes, Lady Tai. The curriculum was more about serving the colonial agenda than promoting local development.
Furthermore, this division created economic gaps between the elite class, who nestled comfortably in their supremacist status, and the poor, who, of course, constantly resented them. So many years after independence, and African countries are still dealing with the legacy of disunity that this system left behind. Well, some efforts to decolonize these systems is being made in order to reflect Africa's rich diversity in languages.
Yes, Lady Tai, it is true. But the remnant of that classic system still challenge these efforts.
Honestly, decolonization of the education system is long overdue. Education must be inclusive in its coverage of all age groups and all social classes and gender. And of course, the content of the curricula needs to be enriched with indigenous knowledge, histories, and perspectives. Its goal needs to be redirected inwards to tackle community-specific issues, explore, development opportunities, and develop social enterprises.
This is a complex task, but essential for Africa's sustainable development. Education should be a tool for unity, not division.
And it is so sad to see it being weaponized so thoroughly. When you visit local communities that have tertiary institutions, and the animosity between the locals and the student population is palpable. The locals imagine the students have a chip on their shoulders, and the students imagine that the locals are beneath them. Both sides constantly exploit one another, and sometimes violent clashes erupt. The locals cannot afford private schools, and the public schools have fallen into complete disrepair. So their chances of getting formal education is nil, which is frustrating for them. The tertiary institutions, on the other hand, annually churn out graduates, but fail to churn out solutions to community problems or to collaborate with the communities to explore opportunities around them. The graduates head back to the big cities for non-existent jobs, and the communities are still bereft of any development, and of course, so is the entire country.
So the tradesmen with many years of experience and expertise are looked down upon by graduates. This also means they are poorly compensated because of this inequity.
Oh my gosh, yes. That is so true. And of course, the tradesmen's resentments are justified. So to make it right, inclusive education must address recognition of informal education and experiential backgrounds. We cannot be inclusive without having frameworks to standardize and compare the different types of qualifications and work experiences that will then enable fair assessment in hiring and setting pay scales.
I do agree, Lady Tai. The journey is long, but the destination of an equitable educational system is worth striving for.
I do believe our work is cut out for us. It includes educational reforms that aim to decolonize the curricula and promote inclusivity and ensure that education systems serve the development needs of all Africans. They need to develop African solutions to African problems. However, the process is challenging and requires concerted effort from governments at all levels, educators, and the communities themselves in order to create a more equitable educational landscape. On this note, to our listeners, I say, join the conversation today and see you on our next episode.
See you on our next episode.
Bye.